Hello everybody, Patrick 1969 here, and this is a very special review because I don't see anybody taking a look at it and showing it off. So I think it's going to be left up to me to handle this. And so in this video we're going to be reviewing the actual version 2 of the GP02 Gundam from Stardust Memory series. So let me say this first. There's a lot of people who own this figure. Not this version, but the first version, the American version, and somewhat of the Japanese, where it's pretty much a more darkish yellow for the armor, and the thrusters are all black, and you know, it's not so articulated, and it kind of has a different face or a head design. Anyways, that version is the version 1, of course, and after a while there was a second kind of release of it with a different missile system, or with a different weapon. This is what the weapon was. Oops, sorry. This is the weapon that they all come with, actually, but the difference was that a little missile could shoot out from there, and there was like a little trigger on the top here, and so everybody started calling that the version 2. Well, that's not the version 2. This is the version 2, and I don't think I've seen anybody at all point that out. So, and I think I've made the mistake of doing that as well before I got this figure. I didn't even know this guy existed, or the GP01, which I've reviewed before. So now I'm going to show it off to you, and hopefully you guys, it'll make you guys want to get this guy even more. So anyways, started off with the articulation, which I don't really do too often, but I'll show you now. Ball joint hands, arms, shoulders, and look, that much posability with the arms. You can't see it because there's big old thrusters in the way, but that's how far it bends. Okay. Let's see. Really cool thing I didn't think this guy was gonna have. He has some movability in the waist. That's a nice little touch. Yeah, I mean, I always like that. It doesn't make the figure feel too stiff. Let me get these up. So yeah, double jointed elbows. What else? Double jointed knees, and the legs go up that high, which is a big improvement on the first figure, which you couldn't really move it up too high. There's a ball joint in the ankles, and a little swivel, and in the feet, and in the little armor and whatnot parts. A lot of articulation, like I said. One of the biggest differences you'll see is the sculpt on the head, and I might have to prop the camera up a little more so you guys could take a better look. I'm sorry about that. Let me find something to prop this thing on. There you go. I don't know why I didn't start the review off like that. So anyways, he has a different head sculpt, and before this thing starts fuzzing up, yeah, very different head sculpt. It actually looks like it's supposed to, whereas the first one, not so much. Another cool thing, the thrusters. This back one, of course, goes down by itself, but if you pull this one down, the one inside will open up as well. So they're connected. You can see the little hinge and whatnot in there. So that's cool. That's very cool to have. Head's on a ball joint. The thrusters are on a ball joint, whereas the first one you can only move it up and down, but this one's on a ball joint. So yeah. One of the coolest features that I can't enjoy enough is that the beam sabers, just like the actual figure itself, or the actual machine, the beam sabers come out right through those little holes. The first one didn't allow that. They just had an extra set of beam sabers. But yeah, you can put them in the little docking bay, or little docking area, and they can recharge and whatnot. So yeah, that's pretty neat. let's just put that right there. There we go. Oh, it fell. Alright. So, all that leads up to the accessories. And with one beam saber out, not having to pull the second one out, you of course get two beam sabers. Here's the second blade. Something I want to also note is the blade isn't so fat, just like the first one. It's a good sized version of the blade, which I don't mind. The series, it was kind of fat, but you know, it just doesn't look right. But for this, it looks really neat. So let me just put that back in there. Okay, there we go. He of course comes with his nuclear bazooka, whatever weapon. The handle, trigger handle, moves up and down a little bit. Of course, you can break it apart and place it inside. The shield. The shield is actually a new design as well. Looks a lot cooler. Where before this part and this part on the bottom would move. Oops, sorry. This part and this part would move. They don't now. But hold on, sorry. But this still fits really well. It doesn't need to move at all. Hold on. Oh, there it goes. So yeah. A nice little pegs, two little pegs for the thing to fit in there comfortably, and there you go. So yeah, it's a cool figure. It also comes with its different set of hands. I think I left one in the bag, or I dropped one out somewhere. Let's see. Oops. There we go. Alright, it actually comes only with one little weird thing. I'll show you right now. So right now you see the trigger finger hand and one shield holding hand, or beam saber holding hand. It also comes with another beam saber / sword holding hand, and that's this one, but no other trigger finger. I mean, and that's basically mainly based on the fact that the bazooka wasn't stored on this side, it was just stored on this side. So, and it's a one-shot weapon, so you know there's no point. I guess they're using logic in their figures in that in this area. And then of course it has the two closed fists. So that's it. Pretty nice figure to have. I've never seen it loose by itself anywhere, absolutely anywhere. On eBay I have seen it with the GP01 in a lot set, and oh gosh, I think they were asking for about 100 with a lot for shipping. Not too much, just a lot. But it's worth it. These two figures were really, really good, and they're legitimate, full-fledged version 2 upgrades. And so I suggest getting them. Don't worry about the price. You'll love them. I don't say that too often where I tell you not to worry about the price, but this guy and the GP01 are well worth it. So yeah, have fun searching for this guy. If you can find him cheaper, good luck. Hope you can. And stay tuned for more reviews. Alright, you guys take care. Bye-bye.